Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick tutorial for the prop jumping strat in Induction for Modern Warpless, since, it's one of those strats, it seems pretty difficult, but the actual mechanics of it are fairly simple once you get the hang of it. So what I'm going to do first here is just outline the basic mechanics, and then, the basic like movement you do and all that, and then show how you would implement it into a run, and how you would, do it optimally and all that. So you're just going to want to grab this, grab the rook, fairly standard stuff. Jump on the box. You want to make sure you're on the corner here. And then resize it above you until it's a good size to launch. And then just jump and click. You look down at the box, jump and click. And then just hold forward in the right direction. And I recommend doing some experimentation to find out what the right direction is, right? Because you can change depending on your field of view, all that. So once you hear yourself start to fall, you're going to drop the box below you. And just click it again periodically, just to make sure it doesn't fly away into the void, right? Just to recenter it beneath you. Then you're going to land on it, and then you're just going to keep going forward. Just jump and click, jump and click. Easy as that. Fairly rhythmic. You can do other stuff, like you can try and click it rapidly to try and launch, to get another launch with it, but I find that just jumping and clicking, holding W, is easiest for me. Okay, so that's the basics, right? You just do that until you get to the end. But obviously, as you just saw, there's more to it, because we just got another launch. So what do you do in this situation, for example? So that's what I'll go into next. Alright, so here we are, back at the beginning of Induction again. And as you can see, I've got Live Split open just as a basic timer. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to start at the moment we walk through the door here, the moment the timing would start. Because you can use timing when you're in a run. You can use the actual amount of time that is elapsed since the start of the level as a sort of basic guide to where you might be in the level. And that's really useful for blind strategies like the prop jump here, or prop jumps in other levels, that kind of thing. So here we go, start the timer. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do, same thing I showed you before, right? Grab the rook, rotate it, turn it,
Terms of service
get on the edge of the box,
Congratulations on falling asleep.
and here we go.
Your progress
Alright, so as you can see, I jump into it, I do the launch, the rook launch at about like 16 seconds. You can adjust this strat accordingly, depending on what time you usually get it. And then we're just going to do the strat. So not too much to say here unless we get a second launch. Because usually the box will push you back upwards, and that is somewhat inconsistent. The strat can fail if you get a launch too late, and it puts you too high above the end trigger. Alright, so there's the second launch. Not bad. We'll see. It might have been too high, though. So what can happen is, like, a fail case for this strat is that you get too high of a launch, and so you end up just, like, waiting above the end of the level before you can fall down and actually hit it. And that's time loss. You'll usually reset if that happens. So, okay, this is actually not too bad. So here is where you want to just stop moving forward, because as you can see, we're right above the end of the level. This is actually pretty good. So then you just want to navigate. In this case, you want to navigate to this little area here. Yeah, because when you're right against the wall there, you can hit the end trigger. So yeah, that was a pretty decent induction. Yeah, just wanted to show you, like, with the timer so you can get a basic idea. So, like, if you do the launch at 16 seconds, about 113, 114, 115, somewhere between in there, is about when you'll be above the end of the level. So that's when you want to just stop holding forward, or keep holding forward, but be aware that you're close to the end.